All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the weekly weather briefing for the week of October 19th. Got a pretty straightforward forecast. I'm going to start with the current conditions. These images are valid around 10 o'clock this morning. So over on the left-hand side of the screen, you see the temperatures that were valid around 10 o'clock this morning. So they're probably a degree or two warmer now. But in general, we were looking at upper 50s across North Georgia, near 60 across central Georgia, and towards southern Georgia, looking mid 60s, upper 60s. Over on the right, the radar, again, valid at 10 o'clock, absolutely clear across the state. Just got some showers along the coast of Florida. And the satellite, not showing much. Got some high clouds moving across a strip of North Georgia in association with a weak system moving through, but those aren't really going to have any effect on anything. So forecast for today, absolutely beautiful. Still got high pressure in control. We're going to be dry. We'll be a couple degrees warmer than we were yesterday, but still very pleasant, low humidities. You can see the high temperatures shown in the image, generally low to mid 70s across the more mountainous terrain, mid 70s across the Atlanta metro, and upper 70s down across central Georgia. And tonight, looking at lows pretty similar to what we saw this morning under clear skies. These conditions are going to continue into Friday, so we'll be dry, and temperatures are probably going to just be a couple degrees warmer than today. Looking into the weekend, Saturday, we're going to be a little bit warmer, but we're going to stay dry. We've got highs now in the upper 70s across most of North Georgia and around 80 across central Georgia. Things are going to start to change a little bit as we go into Sunday. We're going to see moisture return. A few showers are going to be possible, but overall looking at high temperatures pretty much equivalent to what we were seeing on Saturday. As far as low temperatures are concerned, they'll just gradually warm a few degrees each night. So nothing too drastic as far as changes go. So in general, looking at dry conditions, at least through Saturday. Most people will stay dry on Sunday, but we're just going to introduce a chance for a few showers. This is going to be ahead of the next cold frontal system. Speaking of which, we're expecting that to move through on Monday. You can see it on the image on the left. That's the position roughly of where the cold front's going to be on Monday morning. With this front, there is going to be fairly widespread rain expected along and in its vicinity. Some of this rain looks like it could be heavy at this point. As far as confidence in the forecast, confidence is lacking somewhat on the exact path of the system, the strength of the cold front, the exact timing of the cold front, and the severe potential. So definitely stay tuned. It looks like severe potential could be there. Again, it's going to depend on the timing and the strength of the system as a whole, but it's something we're going to be monitoring over the next couple days, but just a little bit too early to get into the finer details of that potential. The middle image, I'm showing you two separate models that we're looking at. In the greens and the blues, that's showing the amount of moisture that's associated with the low pressure system, the blues indicating higher moisture. So you can see there is some timing differences. One's a little bit slower than the other, but both are showing a decent amount of moisture. So we are expecting Monday to be wet at this point. This front's going to clear the area by Tuesday, and on its heels, we're expecting another cold front. This cold front's going to be dry, but it's going to contain a much cooler air behind it. So the colored image, the map in the background, is just kind of giving you guys an idea of the temperatures behind the system on Tuesday morning. The greens and the blues, generally looking at upper 30s to lower 40s behind the system. So definitely some nice cooler, more fall-like air behind it. And it's going to move through the area Tuesday, and we're going to start to cool down by the middle of next week again. So what I'm showing you here are the high temperatures for Wednesday, looking at lower 60s to maybe even the upper 50s across the mountains of North Georgia. Down towards the Atlanta and Athens metros, looking at low to maybe mid 60s. and upper 60s across central Georgia. So it looks like this cold front could be a little bit cooler than the one we just had. So, but definitely in terms of fall weather, pleasant, dry, low humidity, and Thursday morning lows, pretty chilly, maybe some upper 30s across the higher elevations and down into central Georgia, looking at maybe low to mid 40s at that point. So we'll fine tune this as things as the front approaches and things become a little bit more clear. But in a nutshell, wet Monday, another cold front moves through on Tuesday, and cooler air behind that. Briefly, in terms of fire weather, since conditions have been dry the last couple of days, I'm showing you here the minimum relative humidity on the left and the maximum wind gusts on the right. High fire dangers for today are not expected. We do see some lower values of humidity across the mountains of northeast Georgia with pretty low winds, but the fuel moistures are pretty high. We're looking at about 10% at this point, so that's why we're not expecting any fire danger today. For Friday, it's something we're going to monitor. You can see the relative humidity values are a little bit lower just about everywhere, and looking at maybe some upper 20s across the Atlanta metro and up towards the higher terrain of North Georgia. So we'll monitor. Winds are expected to be pretty light, and fuel moistures, we'll see how those play out. But like I said, not expected at this point, but we'll watch for Friday between the 2 days. 7-day rainfall forecast. Most of this is going to be expected on Monday when we have that first cold front move through, looking at maybe an inch, inch and a half, even 2 inches maybe across North Georgia, but a decent amount of rainfall nonetheless. Like I said, as things become more clear, as we get closer to the arrival of the cold front, this will be changed a little bit, but it's just something to kind of prepare for now at least. Good news, no tropical weather is expected over the next 5 days, so at least that's going to be quiet for us. So in a nutshell, we're going to be dry and warm through Saturday. We're going to monitor the potential for high fire danger on Friday. Few showers possible on Sunday. First cold front comes through Monday. Possible widespread heavy rainfall. And we'll monitor the potential for severe weather over the next couple of days. Second cold front arrives on Tuesday, and a much cooler air mass will follow behind that. So we'll see that cool down begin around Wednesday and continue through the end of the week. And lucky for us, no tropical development expected in the next 5 days. Right.